Hey guys, welcome back to the show. So I went a little bit crazy and I've always liked G-Shock. I've had a few in the past. I've had the G-Shock Ryzen, which is an old one still sitting in the drawer. And I've always kind of liked them, but I never really had much wear for them. So what I decided to do was go on and see what the most popular G-Shocks are right now. And I've ordered a bunch of them, which are sitting right here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 5 G-Shocks here right now, which have all been right now they're very popular. So let's just have a look to see why. Now, I've not had a look at these yet. I have opened a couple of them, but I've not actually had a good chance to look at them at all. So I'm going to go through it with you right now and let's see what we like and what we don't like. Okay, we're going to start right here. Okay, this is the very first one. I've no idea what's in here, so let's have a look. Okay, let's have a look at this. Okay, so we have the GAB21001AER. Okay, which is upside down. Right, now this, I ordered it because actually I like the colors in it. Okay, I'm going to go into a lot more detail as to why I liked it actually. So the one thing I liked was the colors. I like the fact that it has the red and also has got the Bluetooth there as well. I thought that looked really cool. And for me, I thought if I'm going to wear a watch, I want something that looks nice and has got a sort of, for me, color scheme is quite good. So if you've got red and blue, I just thought that looked really cool together. Now, the good things about this watch are the dial, so the hands are easy to see because they're white on black. The smaller dial has got the red, as I said before, which makes that easier to see. And if you compare it to the blacked out version, you can just see the numbers and stuff a little bit clearer, I think, based on what I've already seen on pictures. But we've got that here, so I can tell you in a minute if that's true or not. But I just thought for me, this looked kind of the more everyday sort of watch. It looked kind of stylish. It's something you could wear to work. It's something you could wear potentially with a suit. I think you can maybe get away with that. And I've seen people doing all sorts of stuff with this because it's the same sort of shape as the oak. I've seen people change the dial on it. I've seen people change the face and just do all sorts of things to make it look really cool. You can get them where they basically put rainbow colors through them and change the color, like the writing, G-Shock and stuff, which is all really cool. Now this one actually has Bluetooth, which I thought was good because the one thing you want is an accurate watch. And if you're going to get something like a G-Shock, I feel one of the main benefits to it is it should be accurate. So like for example, my automatic watches like this one, it's never on time. Most days I forget to set it, and if it's been lying over the weekend, for example, sometimes on a Monday I can wear it half the day before setting it. So yeah, something like this you're never going to have that issue with. If you're doing work around the house, if you're going for a run or anything like that, this could be a really good watch for that, and that's kind of the main reason I picked it up. So I think it looks really cool. Okay. Number 2. Okay, let's have a look what's in here. We'll put this next to there so we don't forget where it came from. Okay, this is number 2. Number 2 is the GA2100-1AER. So this is similar to the one that I just showed you, but it doesn't have the Bluetooth, I believe. Yeah, so this doesn't have the Bluetooth. Now, I bought this actually, it was on offer. It was really cheap. It was like £80 or something like that. And I just bought it because I thought it looked quite nice. I didn't realize it didn't have the Bluetooth until after I had actually ordered it. But looking at it now though, I do actually quite like it. I think I like the fact that it's black, but as you can see, it's actually maybe slightly easier to see the detail in the face compared to the other one, even though it is blacked out. Not compared to when I say the other one, I don't mean this one. This is also very clear to see. I mean the other one as in what I'm going to show you next. I think it actually looks quite decent. The only thing I think, the blacked out screen, if you're in the gym and you're on the running machine, for example, or if you're going for a jog, and you're trying to quickly look at the time, I think that could be an issue because it's not that clear really. I mean, you can see the hands clear, but when it comes to like time in seconds, time in your workouts, I don't think it's going to be great for that. I think also it only goes up to 60 seconds, which would become an issue if you're going for a 2-hour run. You probably don't want to, it's just, you kind of want to know exactly how long you ran for. But overall in all, I think it's a half decent watch. I wouldn't keep this one. This is going to get sent back. Unfortunately, but I just feel that the fact that it doesn't have the Bluetooth, it doesn't have solar, it doesn't have any particular way of keeping it up to date with the time, I don't think I'll keep it, but it looks quite cool. Okay, did I mention that this one does have solar as well, which is fantastic? It means basically you never have to change the batteries in it. So along with the Bluetooth and being really accurate, it's solar powered. I mean, that's fantastic. I probably will keep that one. Next up, what do we have here? Okay, let's have a look. It's like Christmas. Open all these parcels. Okay, so this one is the GAB100 1A1ER. Okay, so this one is the blacked out version of the first one that I just showed you. Really cool looking watch. I mean, yeah, when we look at the detail on it, I mean, it does look pretty cool. I can imagine you could wear this probably with a suit or something like that. I don't know how I would compare it to this one. I mean, that would really be your preference. They both look quite cool. I think personally, I do like having a bit of colour in it. I think this one, the fact that it's got the red and the blue there, even in this light that right now, it kind of does stand out a little bit. And I just think it makes it look a little bit nicer, to be honest. I would probably take this one. This is actually a newer version, I believe. It just came out. But it does look pretty cool. And out of the options, this is the one I would most likely keep, to be honest. So, yeah. Pretty cool watches, though. The thing about G-Shock is, as well, is the fact that you could just do whatever you want with this. Like, you could go running with it. You could, you could go to the gym and you could start building a hut in your back garden, and you don't have to worry about it getting scratched up or beaten up because they're so, they're so cheap. I mean, this is like £120. So cheap. I mean, you could literally you would never have to worry about it. If you broke it, you could just go and buy another one. Where when you're talking about more expensive watches, when you're talking about Rolexes and Tudors and things like that, you have to be careful. And also, you're probably not going to get robbed for having this on your wrist as well. Certain cities now, it's so dangerous to wear an expensive watch. And I think you wouldn't really mind walking around with that. And if someone decided to rob you for it, you would get over it. But overall, cool design. I like the stealth look. Stealth seems to be the way forward at the moment. Everyone seems to be going for it, and I can see why. I think what would be really cool is if they had the stealth look, but just added a bit of colour in there, a bit of detail. Maybe even like a baby blue colour, or something like that. Like an electric blue. Or maybe even just like a bit of red in there. I think that would be cool. I'm sure they probably have that, or they've done that. But if they had added it in this particular watch, it would be pretty cool. I don't know if I'm going to keep this one or the first one, but I'll keep one of those two. Add to the collection. I think they're pretty cool watches. Okay, so we're on number 1, 2, 3, number 4. Let's have a look at this bad boy. What do we have in here? Exciting stuff. Exciting stuff. Here we go again. Okay, wait, this one is totally different, or completely different. Okay, so this is the DW5600NN1ER. Okay, so this one, as I'll show you in more detail, is actually a really cool design. Okay, it's got different colors running through it. It's got blues and purples. It's got a see-through strap. So I think that was pretty cool. Just the fact that you can actually it's like a jellyfish strap. It's just a very cool watch. It's got a blacked out face, which again, it looks nice, but it's actually quite clear and easy to see, this one, compared to other ones. And I just think it was cool. The only downside to it is it's not solar, and it doesn't have any way of updating the time. So it's not Bluetooth, and it doesn't pick up any signals for updating the time. So you're really effectively paying for the design, because this is the same price as, for example, this one. And this one does a lot more for the money. I mean, this is a really basic watch. It looks cool. This is, this does a lot. I mean, it's got solar powered. It's got, it's got the Bluetooth. So it depends what you're looking for. If you want something that this kind of looks cool but doesn't really have any functions, and this is good. Or if you want something that really does, really does give you a lot of bang for your buck, I would probably go for this one or this style. But yeah, I think this is pretty cool. You could wear this with t-shirts on a night out. You could wear this with friends. You could probably wear this for dinner and stuff. I think this one, that's the one thing about it, is it is quite cool and it stands out. You'd probably attract attention with this, and people would probably think, all right, that's a really cool watch. You'd probably get comments on this one. I think this one, you wouldn't get comments. I don't think people would even notice that you had it on. They would probably just see a sort of black plastic watch, like a Casio watch. You wouldn't think much more of it than that, I would imagine. Where I think with this one, people are going to stop and sort of have a look at your wrist and think, well, what's that? But then you have to decide what is your, how do you want to come across? Do you like that pattern? Do you like that design? I guess it depends on how you do, what you do for a job and what your lifestyle's like. But personally, I think this is really cool. I'm going to add it into my collection. Why not? Might find the time to use it. I think I'd probably use that just meeting up with friends for a coffee and stuff like that. It would be pretty cool. Right, so next up, this one is the last one I had actually ordered. I've not seen it at all. It arrived literally 5 minutes ago. So let's have a look. Okay, so I'll just show you. This is what you get in the box when you open up you get like the warranty card. You get information about the watch and stuff like that. And then I didn't do this for these ones because I'd be here all day. And then you get the tin. So let's have a look at this one. What do we have in here? This is the one I thought I would probably keep them, most likely keep it of them all. Not that I'm not going to keep a couple of them, but this one, when I seen it, I thought, oh, this is going to be pretty cool. And let's have a look. Okay, yeah, okay, I do think this is very cool. So this one is the GW M561 U1BER, okay? So this is a blacked out screen. And as you can see, it's a really simple looking watch. It doesn't have, like the other ones have as you can see, they've got the hands. There we go. So they've got the analog, they've got the hands there to make it sort of different. Where this one is a really simple, what you'd expect probably from a G-Shock watch. But the one thing I like about it is the fact that it is blacked out, which is pretty cool. So it's blacked out watch. It's got the solar energy. It's got Bluetooth. It just looks pretty badass, to be honest. I'll just put it up here so you can have a good look at that. But yeah, that looks really cool. I'm really impressed with this. So I mean, I wasn't sure which of these would be my favorite. Right now, my favorite between the two is this one and this one. Okay, I'll have to say. So these are my favorite too. Yeah, they're just very cool looking watches. This one is probably more. I can imagine this is more an everyday, watch you could potentially wear to work and stuff like that. This is probably more like a tool watch that you could wear it anywhere. But I feel like this is slightly more, slightly more on the professional side. I can imagine more people liking this one. Maybe I'm wrong. Put some comments in there. For me though, I think I really like this. There's something about it that I like. I'm going to try it on actually right now. Let's have a look at what it looks like on. Like a kid in a toy shop. It's very light. That's the first thing I can say about it, which I think is cool. And yeah, for me, that is ultra cool. I have to say, that is it on the wrist. Let's put it up to the other camera. But that is it there. Ultra cool. Yeah, I mean, what can you say about G-Shock? They're fantastic watches. You get so much bang for your buck. I mean, in total, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You've got about 500, 600 pounds worth of watches here. But, what would you get for 600 pounds? You're not going to get even one great watch. So, it depends on what you want to do. You can effectively have enough watches here to last you for every potential occasion. Obviously, some of them are very similar, so you wouldn't want to get like a couple that are exactly the same. Like these two, for example, here are almost identical to each other, really, apart from one's blacked out. But what you could do, if you could reach out to someone and get something like this customized, which I see happening a lot. And if that's something that you're interested in doing, there's so many people. Just go on Instagram and have a look, and you'll see so many people that are doing different things with them. It's pretty cool. So you could do that. You could get that completely customized to your own requirements. And then again, you could get something like this, like with a Jellyfish strap. You get something that's completely unique. Get it directly from G-Shock themselves, and then you've got a really cool watch for just over £100. I mean, it's pretty amazing what you can get. I'm not going to keep all of these obviously because there's no point. Like for example, this one here is definitely going to have to go back because, as I say, I ordered this, didn't know that it was not solar or anything else, and not Bluetooth. So I'll probably keep this one, and I'll probably keep this one, and I'll probably keep this one. So yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this. I don't know if this really constitutes as a review as such, but this is what I've been up to. I've been buying these watches. I've got another watch arriving in literally a few hours time, and I've got a Longines watch which I bought a couple of days ago for the collection. So I'm gonna do a short video on that. I'll probably film it after this one and then get it up. And then I've got the Hamilton Khaki, which is on its way right now on the post. So again, that should be arriving today. So yeah, I'm constantly adding to my collection. I'm not going to be doing videos every time I add something to it, but I just felt a bit inspired by these G-Shocks, mostly just to say, these things are really cool. And if you're looking for a really nice watch that you can wear, wherever you're going, you could wear. I mean, you could wear this to a business meeting. And I think one thing that's quite cool about something like this, to be honest, is when I see someone wearing a G-Shock that I can tell is also, fairly successful. It's almost like an understated thing, and I think it can look really cool, and I think some people can really pull that off. You don't have to have a £10,000 watch on, with your suit in order to look like you're serious and you're good at your job or you're good at what you do. You can pull that off with any watch, really. This one I probably wouldn't wear with a suit to work to a meeting, to be honest, but but at the same time, a lot of these things that you could. So look, I hope this is interesting. Let me know if you've got any questions, and I'm more than happy to answer them about the G-Shock. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll speak to you soon.